So there are 118 different types of element that humans have discovered, and each one has its own chemical symbol. Atoms are the smallest pieces of an element that can exist. So some examples of some elements are iron, and the chemical symbol for iron is Fe. Oxygen, which the chemical symbol for is O. And cobalt, which is the chemical symbol for is Co. Now, with chemical symbols, the first letter is always capitalized, and if there's a second letter, it's always lowercase. So just to recap some of that, there are 118 elements that have been discovered. The element for the sort of chemical symbol for cobalt is Co, chemical symbol for iron is Fe, and the chemical symbol for oxygen is O. Now, compounds, these are atoms of different elements that are combined to create these compounds. Now, compounds have what we call formulae that can be made by combining those chemical symbols that we just talked about. And so an example might be that if you've got two elements coming together, they'll create a compound. And to make a compound, you need to have at least two elements combining. And there's lots of different combinations that you can have, different combinations of atoms to make compounds. So, for example, to sort of think about how this works in real life, think about Lego. So compounds can be thought of a bit like Lego. So different combinations of bricks come together to result in different models. In the same way, different combinations of atoms can result in different compounds being made. So a compound containing sodium and oxygen, so sodium being Na, the chemical symbol, and oxygen being O, will give you sodium oxide. So that will be Na2O. Now we represent this compound by combining the chemical symbols, so Na and O, and also the number 2. And all that means is for every 2 sodium atoms in the compound, there is 1 oxygen atom. So Na2O is the chemical formula for sodium oxide. And just to recap a bit more, what is the chemical formula for sodium oxide? Now remember, that's Na2O. Na2O is the chemical formula for sodium oxide. And what is the smallest piece of an element that can exist? Now remember, the smallest piece, that's just one piece of an element, that's an atom. Atoms of different elements can combine to create compounds.